It might be easy just to overlook a little story like this. It's just a couple little paragraphs here, very short, about 3 or 4 sentences. But I can tell you that this article is rich in information and might even be carrying a concealed threat. So, well, let's get started and we'll dig right in. It says that George Bush got a hole-in-one. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our Gematria calculator. That's gematrinator.com. You're going to go to Tools, and you're going to open up Calculator, and then I always open up Jewish and Septenary, which you can find Jewish here and Septenary right here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to punch in hole-in-one. And you'll see that it sums to 227 in the Jewish cipher. Well, why is that important? Because 2 divided by 7 is pi. This is a shorthand calculation for pi. And interestingly, if you take 227 and divide it by 3.14, the other number for pi, okay, the actual value of pi, it equals 72. And how old is George Bush right now? 72 years old. Okay. And we're going to go and just look at some of the other words in the article, just so you can see how that it's very carefully coded. One of the things that it says is that he received coaching, and at the bottom it says shoot my age in parentheses. Anytime you see these words in parentheses, you want to highlight them and punch them into the Gematria calculator. So let's see for coaching. You'll see that coaching sums to 39. Now remember that Bush was a descendant of Barbara Bush, Barbara Bush's son, and Barbara Bush's daddy was very likely Aleister Crowley, who worshipped 93 in the Thelema cult, okay? And this is just a reflection of it. Well, he also said he wants to live to 100 to shoot my age. So shoot my age. So also sums to 39 in septenary. And then right after that it says that he posted it on Instagram, which also sums to 39 in full reduction. Even the artificial intelligence assigned supposed writer, Paulina D-Daj, and tell me honestly, do you not think that an artificial intelligence is writing all these stories to be as coded as they are? And we haven't even got to half of it yet. Okay. So anyway, so let's get her name here, Paulina D-Daj. Because if you listen, or if you read, I don't care if you're reading Fox News or CNN or MSNBC, it really sounds like the exact same person is writing every single article. So Paulina D-Daj, you'll see sums to 226, which is very, very close to 227, isn't it? Okay, almost like pi. And instead of 73, we got 37 right here, and Bush is 72 years old. Is very, very similar, especially when you consider that it's very close with the people that were with him. People like Ken Hirsch, which sums to 37 in the septenary cipher, just like Paulina D-Daj was 37 in the septenary cipher. Let's see. So they're all very, very similar numbers. Bill Hickey right here sums to 174, just like Mike Meese. Of course, those are very important numbers as well. So Mike Meese and Bill Hickey sum to 174. They also played in the Warrior Open, this tournament. The Warrior Open sums to 71 right here and 64, like George Bush. Sums to 107, very similar to 71, and it's mirror 46. You see these Satanists, they like to mirror. That's why you always hear stories about spirits live in mirrors and that sort of thing. It's because Satanists like to mirror their numbers. Now, this is where it starts to actually get a little more interesting. Sure, all the stories are coded, okay, but the pi thing is a mathematical concept that's very revealing. But the next step tells you what it's really about, okay? You might notice that the word golf sums to 22 and 14. Okay, full reduction and reverse full reduction. Now that's very similar to the word moon, 21 and 15. That's no accident. You see what time the story came out or what date it was? It was on 3/21. And you'll see that the last lunar eclipse was on 1/21/2019, and to 3/21/2019 is 59 days. A clear indication that there's something going on here. This is a Freemasonry 59 indication. So there's something about this eclipse that is related to Freemasonry. You also notice that it's on a date. Today's date is a date with 108 numerology. You multiply these numbers, 3 times 2 times 1 times 2 times 1 times 9, and it sums to 108. Well, why is 108 related to the moon? Because that is the number they give us for the radius of the moon. The diameter of the moon and Earth added together is this number plus a couple zeros. So this is a very important number in relation to the moon. So what might he be saying with all this? I noticed that he says one of the last things in the article is shoot my age. So if you're going to leave with something, leave an article with something to get a point across, shoot my age might be it. Because who else is his age? Well, you can't get much closer than Donald Trump, who's less than 1 month age difference from George Bush. Is this some sort of a clue? I notice this man here is holding a 12 flag. Well, there's only 18 holes in a golf course, so he's not going to be holding a 21 flag, so he's got the reverse of it, 12, the mirror image of 21. You see, that's not an accident. They're conveying some sort of message. So there's still this piece of me that wants to believe, and I don't, but I want to believe, despite the fact that Jacozzi and Zach and those have told us time and time again, and Derek, that this is all propaganda, that they're all working together, they're both sides of the Freemasonry. There's just this piece of me that just wants to hold out hope that just maybe, Trump is actually on our side, and someday we'll all find out that he was working with Q and he was out against these guys, and maybe this is a real threat against him. I don't think so. I really don't. But who knows? I want to keep a file open, and who knows, maybe the information will come in 10 or 15, 20 years, and we'll find out that it was authentic all along. I certainly don't believe that for a second right now, though. So my guess is, even if this is a felt threat, it's really more predictive programming, not really a threat. More than likely, this is saying that there might be an assassination attempt, or it may be staged. It's hard to say whether they actually die or they don't die. Was there a plan made years ago when Trump went bankrupt and he was bailed out for billions of dollars, by Jewish bankers that rented up his apartments and so forth. And some of them even said he was more valuable alive than dead. So maybe he knows what day he's going to die, and who knows? So this is just all part of the ritual. So always a lot here. Don't overlook these short little stories. They have so much meaning. And so thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.